Okay, I want to finish the show with one question, and it's a school-related question. I work at a school system, and one of the teachers, great teacher, every day will put up outside of their door, sit next to your 12 o'clock buddy today. Sit next to your 3 o'clock buddy. And I walked by the other day, and it said, sit next to somebody of the opposite gender. And it stopped me right in my tracks because I'm starting to learn that, wait, everybody's gender is opposite because none of them are the same. And I wondered what would happen if people had actually challenged that teacher in the classroom. Do you think that a 7th grade kid would you have had the courage to have sit with what you considered to be the gender that wasn't yours, whatever it was? Me, I would have not had the courage, and I would have went, and even in 7th grade, because by then I knew that everybody was telling me I was a boy, and that was the easiest way to get through life. I would have begrudgingly either slowly went and sat with a girl, or I would have tried to have gotten out of it and gone to the bathroom. What would you have done if you walked into that class that day?
7th grade me.
Yeah, 7th grade you.
Would have probably sat next to a boy. Because, yeah, I didn't know that I had any choice in the matter.
Exactly.
Or any other possibilities. Today me would probably say, what is opposite of this? I don't know. Because it's not a, two-way street. It's a whole playground. I think there are kids out there now who will challenge that.
There are now. I've seen it happen.
It depends on the teacher, and it depends on the kids, and it depends on where you are and who you got in the room. A beautiful family that are very dear to me have 2 kiddos, and one of them, I believe, is 9. I'm probably wrong because they always get older. But they were in class, and teacher said, all right, you're gonna draw a portrait of someone. It's gonna be a boy or a girl. And he raised his hand. And he said, it could be a non-binary person too. And that teacher in that moment could have done any number of things. And that teacher said, you know what, you're right. You're gonna get a gold star for your team for today.
There you go. That will be a lesson learned for others. I mean, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And do you think that what grade was that kid in now?
I'm pretty sure, I'm probably wrong, but somewhere around 3rd or 4th.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, they understand. My 7th grade students that know that I'm transgender, the first words out of their mouth a lot of times are when they see me is, when are you going to do your next show? When do you have a disc golf tournament? Mm-hmm. Can I be on your show? Can you help me with my math? Mm-hmm. And then I'll have a couple of kids that'll say, hey, I just found out through my mother that you're transgender because I had this article come out on NPR, and now I have trans kids at the high school that are emailing me that are wanting to meet me to talk to me. Mm-hmm. Through all of this discussion of what you're talking about doing, educating the teachers and educating everyone, because we all still have to learn. If you get tired of learning, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
And it's much harder to educate the teachers than the kids.
Yes, it is.
Kids get it so much faster. I worked in an after-school program for kindergartners for about 5 months, and I never told them my gender. They'd ask me every couple weeks. One of them would come up to me and say, "Are you a boy or a girl?" And I'd just say, "What do you think?" And I had them in a good little conversation, one day, where one of them was like, "I think you're a girl because you have boobs." And I was like, "Well, that's a good point." And the next one said, "Well, I think you're a boy because you have a beard." And I was like, "Oh, that's a good point too." Talk amongst yourselves. And kids say to me all the time, "No, he's a girl." I love it.
That's what you're. That's you're with.
They can take it and run with it. It's the adults who dig their heels in, mm-hmm. and believe this is what I learned and I'm right. And I honestly think kids are the future. they're going to understand this stuff way faster. They're going to pick it up and run. All we got to do is support them.
Right, and that's what I think about whenever a parent will come to me, my kid's trans, I don't know what to do. I'm like, they're the engineer of the train.
Yeah.
You support the
Love 'em.
engineer.
Yeah,
Love 'em.
ask questions.
Yeah.
Absolutely.